All right, time for another back test of May performance. Before we get started, I do want to remind everybody that our performance database, multiple.ai, is live and you can sign up. Currently, our pricing is $149.99 for a quarter for 3 months, $229.99 for 6 months, or $449.99 for a year. And that gives you access to channels that we have tested. We have about 16 months of backtest data, 16 months worth, so it's almost a year and a half, and we have a little over 300 tests at this point. We are constantly adding more. So you can see channels that we do actually have channels that are profitable. I think our highest grossing channel is about 220% return for the last 16 months. And then the average return for a channel that's profitable is somewhere around 60%. So, and if you're interested and you want to be an early adopter, you can use the code LAUNCH70, LAUNCH 70, as a discount code. It'll give you 70% off. So that's ends up being about $45, something like that. So for 3 months access, definitely cheaper than going out and scouting for channels, finding channels, testing channels. You really can shortcut that process. So anyway, having said that, let's take a look at our test for the month of May. This is on a channel called FX Giants VIP Official. And I don't know quite whether this is an aggregator channel. They don't have a lot of the same chatter that we find in some of the other channels. If you follow us, you know that what we do when we extract this data is we actually run it through our internal AI system, and we look for correlation of channels. And not only does it look for correlation of trades, it'll look for correlation of syntax, like terms that the signal provider will use. And we've been able to identify a number of channels that seem like they're all kind of maybe run by the same team of people or part of the same group. This doesn't seem to be one of them. One downside, of course, is the animated emojis. That can sometimes cause problems if you're running a copier, because it can interfere with the character recognition. But having said that, it's a kind of a standard free channel in terms of signals, and then offers to do, account management and news and lots of chatter and, oh, look how great we are and we're wonderful or whatever, like all the stuff that really kind of drives me nuts. So yeah, having said that, let's take a look at the test for May. And if you're new here, we always run the same test. We start with a $10,000 account. We trade 0.1 size lots, and we don't do anything as far as stop loss management. No trailing stop loss. No, nothing. We just want to see how good are the signals. Are the signals worth the time? Is the channel going to be profitable over a period of months? So yeah, in this particular case, this specific channel, negative $267, which would be about 2.67% of the account. You can see our equity curve here, our entries by hours. So you can see that this specific month did not trade a lot of Asia, didn't trade a ton of Europe, mostly traded US market open, it looks like. Entries by weekdays, by month, of course. This is our statistical scattering of wins and losses, our scatter plot. So all the losses cluster down here in this range, which is nice. This is something that we want to see. We don't want to see any crazy losses that are, way down here, with wins that are tiny. That's not a sustainable strategy, right? And then we see our average holding time. So you can see that most of the trades, the holding time clusters around this area, which is short. And then we've got one outlier here that's about 11 hours in length. So, and then yeah, all gold, trading all gold. This is, I don't understand uh, why call yourself FX Giants and then not trade Forex? I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, that's the test. Thanks so much for watching.